And welcome back to another episode of Cam and Focus Weekly. I am Cam, and it seems like everybody's just doing the disco, here. You can bring back.
You did a countdown, and all of a sudden, Lil Einstein's is playing in my head.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I love that. I love that theme song. I was listening to it earlier.
So yes, we're coming together for another episode of Cam and Focus Weekly. I am Cam, and with me, as always, Mr. Andrew. How are you this evening?
I'm doing good. Like I was telling you pre-show, I know I'm too young for this, but I'm a little tired. I'm exhausted. I had a long, fun weekend, but I'm looking forward to talking about some guilty pleasures.
All right. And right below me is Mr. Spencer from the Dingus Den. How are you this evening?
Wrong direction.
I'm a little bit tired, but you know what? I am looking forward to talking about tonight's topic. I did a little bit of research, and I even rewatched a couple of what's on my list to see if they kind of stood up.
All right.
So we'll see.
Doing some homework.
I did do some homework. A couple rewatches for myself.
And right down here, Mr. Michael. How are you this evening, sir?
I am the opposite of everybody else, apparently, because while I'm normally tired by Sunday afternoon, I have gotten so much energy this weekend from the San Diego Comic-Con news that came out of Marvel and like all the leaks and all the announcements and stuff. And then on top of that, I completely forgot what we were talking about until about 10 minutes ago. And I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. Absolutely no homework done for this. Tonight,
polar opposites.
So. Yeah, so well tonight we're talking about Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. Oh, there goes Andrew. So tonight we're talking about guilty pleasure movies, and everybody's going to have slightly different criteria as to what does and doesn't constitute a guilty pleasure. But I think the overall umbrella kind of remains the same. It's a movie that's generally regarded as bad that you can't help but find enjoyment in. Now, whether that enjoyment is because you genuinely like it or just because you like to hate it, it's definitely a pretty broad spectrum. So, okay, we'll kind of go around the clock here. And Andrew, when it comes to guilty pleasure movies, what is the first one that always comes to mind for you?
So as of recently, within the last few years, the first one I thought of when Spencer suggested this topic was Jurassic Park 3. I have always, for whatever reason, that just clicked with me. I always felt like having Dr. Alan Grant kind of on his own with the group of people going on the trip. Like, it just always was a fun idea to me. And I actually enjoy it more than Lost World, which might be a bit of, I don't know if that's a hot take. But it's like, I don't know, it's obviously, I don't think it's Jurassic Park level, but and I've always enjoyed it. I thought it kind of had a charm to it that I just always found enjoyable, and so that would be
all right.
Wait, did you say Jurassic Park 3 or Jurassic World 3?
Park. Yeah.
Okay, I have to agree with you there. I love that movie. So,
yeah.
Ironically, Jurassic Park, I saw Jurassic Park 3 first when I was a kid.
Oh, wow.
So I absolutely agree with you. It's a great movie.
All right. And we'll circle back around to that definitely, but keep that in mind, Andrew. Spencer, what's the first movie that you think of when you're thinking about movies that you find to be a guilty pleasure?
Like Andrew, it's another specific sequel. And I could pick a lot from the specific franchise because it's not known to be good, but specifically it's Transformers 4 Age of Extinction. I've always had a blast with the dinosaurs, different kinds of dinosaurs, right? And just like, it's one of those movies that's like, I can look at it. I know it's not a great movie, but, and to be honest,
that actually was filmed not too far where I live, which is kind of a cool fact. Yeah.
That's cool. But no,
what, they have dinosaurs around there?
Yeah, no, I know people make fun of the fireworks and stuff in it, explosions, but I don't know, it's always something I've enjoyed.
Is that the one with Stanley Tucci, or is it the next one?
Was Stanley Tucci in the Transformers movies?
I'd have to
Yeah,
check.
he was in one of them.
It was the
Wow.
first
I
one
know
that
that
Mark
Anthony
Wahlberg-
Hopkins was in one of them. He was in
Yeah, he
uh,
was.
he was in the one about the Crusades.
That
Yeah.
one I was
Yeah.
not a fan
That was the second one with Mark Wahlberg, right?
Yeah. I'm talking
Yeah.
about the first one with Wahlberg.
Yeah. No, but the
Gotcha.
first one, that one's enjoyable.
All right. And how about you, Michael? Same question.
So for me, it's actually a 4-movie series lumped in together.
Oh, no, better
It
not be
was
the
very
universe.
freaking Pooniverse.
No. As much as I found that movie to be funny, I've not watched it again since we did it for the show. So no, it's one of those movies that it was one of those movie series that was very popular at the time, but it's since kind of died off dramatically. And that would be the Twilight series. I genuinely enjoy the Twilight movies.
Gotcha. Any one movie in particular that you like more than the others, or is it just kind of like the
Definitely
whole
the
product?
first one to me, the first one will always be like, I think the first one was the best out of all of them, just because it was simple. It had a simple premise. It was very, cut and dry. They get a little more crazy. I mean, not to say that the whole thing's not dumb. Like, I will say, like, yes, I understand that the movies are dumb. But it was one of those things. I read the books in high school because a lot of the girls in my class were really into them. So, like, I was doing
You know what
research.
you're putting
man.
down. Yeah.
I was doing research. But and then it was just one of those things where I was like, well, I got to watch the movies now because the books I thought were actually pretty good. I mean, yeah, it had some problematic dialogue, but I thought they were pretty good. And then I watched the movies and I was like, okay, these are pretty good. And then as I got older and realized that they were trash, I was like, oh, well, it's more of I guess it's more of a nostalgia trip for me. It's like, it reminds me of being in high school and, seeing those movies for the first time and all the hype that was around them at the time and whatnot. So
I know what you are.
They kind of kicked off
Out
the
loud.
they kind of kicked off the young adult novel adaptation boom of the early 2010s. Because from that we got like Maze Runner and just all kinds of stuff.
We got like what was it? Maze Runner.
Oh, there's Divergent.
Divergent,
Hunger Games.
Hunger
Rip that
Games.
series.
Oof.
And Hunger Games is still going strong. We've got another one coming out.
Yeah, it looks
Hunger
good.
Games is getting re-released in theaters.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like the whole series is getting re-released in theaters.
It's that old,
actually,
guys.
I actually went on to Rotten Tomatoes the other day, and just out of curiosity, I was like, all the upcoming movies of for the remainder of 2026, and going down. I can't remember if it's like August or September or something, but the whole Hunger Games series is getting re-released in theaters.
Interesting.
Crazy.
I haven't seen the newest one, the Song
It's
of
good.
Snakes or whatever it's called, Song of Serpents.
Isn't that like a prequel?
Yeah,
Yes,
it is.
It's a prequel. It was. I thought it was a pretty good prequel.
If I remember
like,
right, it's the one where like President Snow is like a young man,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
The one that's
Yeah.
coming out soon is the story around Hamish Abernathy's Quarter Quell Hunger Games. So it's like we get to see young Hamish and what drove him to alcoholism.
I was never able to finish the first one. So
Wow.
The first Hunger
But-
Games movie?
But in my defense is because it was right after I read the first book, and I was like, "This ain't it," compared to just finishing the book. So
That's
I
fair.
the only movie I have ever watched that was so horrifically terrible to the source material that I was
Artemis
just
Fowl.
like, well, here's the thing. Don't crucify me, but I've never read Artemis Fowl, so
That's fine.
and I've also never
I
watched. I've
haven't
also
either.
never watched the movie, so
I think
You
that's
don't
gonna be
have to
on
watch the
Cam's
movie.
list. I think
But-
that's on Cam's list.
No, no, it's not. That is literally my most hated movie of all time.
But
I despise every freaking frame in that movie.
but I will say the only movie I've ever watched where I was like, this is so god awful because it deviates so far from the source material is Aragon. And that's because I grew up reading the books and I got so excited when the movie got announced and we went to watch the movie and I was like, What is this garbage?
That's why I like to read the book after, if I know like the movie's already out, because I've done that before, and I end up not usually liking the movie.
That's why I didn't read anything about the Odyssey first. Like, obviously, I do the basic story because it's an iconic story, but I intentionally didn't.
Yeah.
Speaking of Andrew and Cam, did you guys see the reel I sent you on Instagram about that?
I haven't been on Instagram a lot today. I need
It's
to
literally,
catch up.
it's just a picture of Anne Hathaway going, "It's been 20 years, where's my husband?" And underneath it, it's a clip of Lonely Island singing, "I'm on a boat."
Oh my god.
Oh, it was so great.
I will never forgive the Lonely Island for what they did to music. You know, they did, you know, My Dick in a Box, they did Jizz in My Pants, they did
Whoa.
Listen,
Whoa.
it used
Whoa.
to be.
Whoa.
It used to be. Now, in later years, you can't really do it succinctly, but it used to be. You could say the titles of all their songs in a sentence. So it's, "I jizzed in my pants on a boat like a boss with my dick in a box with your mother."
Oh my god.
No.
Crazy that you still remember that. What does that say about you?
Is
Michael,
that
we
like
have
a
kids
creed?
watching.
Do we really?
That's Michael's creed
I don't
or
know.
something. Like,
Children,
I hope not.
you're,
Don't do
you're-
what he said.
You're Unc is telling you, don't listen to Lonely Island.
Meanwhile, the kid's already on Spotify.
Go listen to Forrest Frank, okay?
Yes. Hey, listening to Lonely Island or whatever they're called is corrupt. It betrays the people's
Oh
trust.
my god. Oh my god. Oh
Which goes
my
into my
God.
next movie. No, okay.
Yeah. How many Neil Breen movies are on at least one of your guys' list?
Oh, dude,
At
Fateful
least two.
Findings. Fateful Findings is top tier.
Literally, I wrote on one of these pads, "It's a magical day," just across the whole thing.
Look, a mushroom.
All right, Cam, what's your guilty pleasure movie?
Okay, so Andrew, I have several, and Andrew, your guess was probably correct. At the top of that list is The Pest. I mean,
I knew it.
It's not a good movie, but I love that movie so much. I mean, it was so influential to me as far as like formulating the development of my sense of humor, because I find myself kind of emulating a lot of that sometimes. And the first time I saw it, I was like 7 years old, and it is wildly inappropriate for a 7-year-old. But it was a movie. I remember specifically, it was a movie that my babysitter would bring over and put on for me just to keep me shut the hell up. and I ate it up like you would not believe. I was all in. Like from the moment that we see him in the shower doing karaoke
Yes.
and just random shots of like several other people's legs in the shower with him, just like I don't know what it was. I mean, just something about that movie had me locked in. And I mean, I love everything from the racial humor to the raunchy sexual humor to, you know, the just random gag humor. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
I remember watching it thinking, we just don't get those kind of movies nowadays.
We don't.
Like,
We really don't.
Late
I mean,
90s,
that-
early
that
2000s
movie-
comedy is,
that movie would
You know.
get canceled so quick today.
yeah.
So quick. Well, it's like one of the first scenes where he plays basketball with those kids, and then those two kids are bullying the fat one, and he's like, "Why do they call you fat loser boy?" "I don't know, because I'm fat and I never win." And he's like, "We're gonna change that." I mean, the part about never winning.
Yeah.
And at the end, he's like, "Don't worry, kid. They'll never call you a loser again."
Man.
I love that movie, but beyond that, there are two movies. There are two movies that I actually find to be genuine guilty pleasures for me. The first of which is Norbit. I don't know if you guys have seen Norbit, but
Is that with
movie,
I only weigh 265.
Yeah, I know the movie. I haven't seen it, but I know the movie.
it has
She took my
it
leg,
has my
Norbit.
absolute favorite Eddie Murphy performance, and it's not Norbit, it's not Rasputia, it's Mr. Wong.
Mr. Wong. Oh, right
Norbit
in
goes
the
to river and snake
hole.
jump up and bite Norbit right on ass. very close to Hull. Norbert, pass
Hey,
out. I
that's
think the boy
very
is
long.
dead. I check his pulse. He's still alive. He's still alive. And that's just, there's something
to me-
about that movie.
Best
And the fact that it's Eddie Murphy playing all these characters, I don't know what it is. It is the perfect recipe for just unhinged chaos.
to me, the best part of that entire movie, for me anyway, is the dog. She took my legs, Norbert. She took my legs. Ice the bitch.
You don't got any legs, Lieutenant Dan.
I can't hope no more, Norbert.
Oh my
Hell, I
God.
can't even lift one up to pee.
And she's coming down the water slide, and they're watching her, and she
Bitches.
Norbert's like, Mary, Mother of God.
All right, I gotta watch this movie.
You gotta
I know,
watch
I know.
Norman. It's so bad, but it's so funny.
I haven't seen it either.
It's on
but
Tubi,
on-
so
yeah.
It is on Tubi. Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Absolutely, you guys need to watch it. It is
because
so
I
funny.
late 90s, early 2000s comedy movies. Like I grew
Oh,
up watching those.
it's-
It's like peak humor.
That movie came out like in that twilight zone of years where
Yeah.
that type of humor was on its way out.
Norbert wasn't
It-
even early.
It was like the
2000s.
last
It
Hail
was-
Mary of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Norbert wasn't even early 2000s. It was like later into the decade.
Yeah, it was like
2000
07, I think.
was
I was gonna say it was
Yeah.
like 2007, 2008 or something like that. So
Yeah,
yeah, so it was like right on the cusp of like the switch over to politically correct comedy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
Whoa, right in the
Bro,
blowhole. Watch it,
Oh,
Poppy.
God.
Ain't nothing going down this dress unless it's got the word peso on it. You're doing.
It's raining little white women. My prayers have been answered.
Oh my God, I forgot about the scene in the church.
Cat Williams, man.
He's like, "Here, what that kind of love go for? About $2.99.
But the third movie that makes it onto my list of guilty pleasures, that at least off the top of my head, I don't know if you guys remember the movies, like scary movie, date movie, superhero movie,
Mm.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
The first
Not
movie
another
of
teen movie.
yeah, so the first movie of that particular brand of parody movie was Epic Movie. That was the first one that I watched. And it parodies like Narnia, Harry Potter, all kinds of things. And
God, I forgot about those movies.
yes, and I saw it probably at the absolute worst time of my life, or the worst time of my life to watch that movie. I think I was like 12 the first time that I saw it. And I was all about like, you know, the edgy humor and stuff like that. Oh, he got kicked in the nuts. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
And
Which one out of those was it that had Drake Bell in it?
that was
That
a
was
superhero movie.
Superhero
Yeah.
movie. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. and so something about just how stupid it was, I found to be so endearing. Like, he goes, the group goes to Hogwarts, and they meet the characters from Harry Potter. And there's a big running joke where they meet the characters from Harry Potter, but they are way too old to be in the school. And he meets Harry Potter. He turns around. It's like some middle-aged guy. And he says, "Welcome. My name is Harry Potter. Aren't you a little old to still be a student here?" "Nonsense. I am but 14. And it's
500
It's
points to
stupid.
Gryffindor.
it is so stupid. Don't
Oh,
get me
yeah.
wrong. There was nothing that I could say or no joke in that movie that I could convey to you that would be even remotely funny. But somehow I still love it.
It just clicks, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Now, well, I'll kind of go back around the clock here. Now, Andrew, you said that your the first guilty pleasure movie that comes to mind was Jurassic Park 3.
Mhm.
Now, I personally haven't gone into like reviews and stuff about like why people may or may not have liked that movie. But like, what about that movie do you really like?
You know, that's a good question. I would say just the adventure that the characters go on, like seeing, and I've thought this before, like Sam Neill died, so it's not like recency bias of like I'm just picking a Jurassic Park movie.
Right,
just
right.
because.
Oh,
Um,
rest in peace, Sam Neill.
Yeah, of course. I think just it was having Alan Grant. Not that obviously he's great in Jurassic Park, but I think just having him be like on his own with this group of people, and it's like the kid does like dumb things, but he's still like a good leader, and he says it's people can do good things or have good things with bad intentions or something like that. And I it's been a little bit since I've seen it, but I just well, and William H. Macy is in it, and he always brings like a charm to movies. Like I love him as an actor, and so I think just there were a lot of little things that clicked, and I'm not. It's far from like a great movie, but I don't get like bored with it. I enjoy it. I can sit there and say if I'm rewatching the Jurassic Park movies, I can say that's a good time. That's a good probably hour 40 is probably what it is. Like it just
I think it's the shortest in the original trilogy.
Yeah, it just clicked with me. It's the best way I can
What's funny to me is you say about William H. Macy. So a few years ago, I started watching Shameless because my roommate was really into it. She thought it was really funny. She's like, "You got to watch this show," and I'm watching. I'm like, I've seen this actor somewhere before, and it just didn't click for me. And then one day Jurassic Park 3 comes on and I'm like, oh my God, it's and it's so funny because in Jurassic Park 3, he's this clean cut, very well put together, well respected, wealthy individual. And in Shameless, he's just a dirty, alcoholic, drug addicted bum that like can't do anything.
I love actors with range.
Yeah. Well, also too, I think like
oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Well, I was going to say, like, when he finds out in Jurassic Park 3 that, like, their marriage is, like, basically rough and, like leading to, like, divorce, and that, like, they did not just bring him out here for, like, an expedition. Like, they were, like, trying to, like, get dinosaur eggs or something like that. They were trying to, like, get something from the island. I thought that was a good kind of twist that, you know.
Yeah.
Well, no, William H. Macy wasn't trying to get dinosaur eggs. They were out there to get their son.
I think it was Samuel's partner that was out there to get the dinosaur.
That's right. That's right. Yes.
Billy or something like that.
And I don't care what anybody says about Jurassic World 3. You cannot put a price on the novelty of Sam Neill dreaming about a raptor saying his name.
Yes, that's what sold the movie for me. Like right there. Yeah. No, I mean, like there's moments that are definitely like I don't know about that. But like it, you know, it also was the first movie not based on a book, so they were having to,
really,
because Lost World's a book, and the first two movies were based on a book.
Okay.
Well,
I knew the first one was, but I didn't know about the second one.
Well, I know Crichton was forced to write the book for 2 because of how big the movie got.
Yeah,
so I don't know about the release of when the book and the movie came out. Though.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Yeah, but I do want to go to my next one. So it's Battlefield Earth. No, I'm kidding. John Travolta is just.
I am so glad that you said that. I am so glad.
Let's cut. My actual real thing is. So as a general, I'll do a general sense, then I'll hone in on 2 movies because it's kind of like not a cinematic universe per se, but I grew up watching like Adam Sandler comedy movies and like Kevin James and everything.
Yeah.
So a lot of his aren't highly rated on Rotten Tomatoes, but specifically like the grown-up movies for Adam Sandler, those both are hilarious.
The first one especially I thought was really great.
I like when we used to have cable, like on Comedy Central during the summer, those just replay all the time. So I would watch them a lot. And then for Kevin James, it's both Paul Blart movies, but specifically the first one. I just love those movies. Like it just, there's some dumb moments but there's some moments where I'm laughing so hard that like my stomach hurts. And it's,
you think back to like the type of comedies that were coming out and like the mid 2000s to about the early 2010s, you got a lot of those like bumbling idiot kind of comedies.
Yeah.
And generally when people think of stuff like that, Paul Blart Mall Cop is kind of the first thing that comes to mind because I feel like it kind of pioneered that specific genre of comedy.
Yes. Well, and they're both like Grown Ups and Paul Blart are like yearly rewatches because they're just easy to throw on. They're not long
Yeah.
movies. They're and no, like the stakes aren't high and they are a little silly at times. But I quote like my sisters and I, we quote like Paul Blart and Grown Ups like all the time, and we'll just
Gotcha.
die laughing. Like there's just so many quotes in there that like are just funny to say at like random times. So yeah,
I love
So I will say, like,
Yeah.
as far as Adam Sandler movies go, it was actually an Adam Sandler movie where I heard the song "Don't Stop Believing" for the first time.
Which one was that?
oh,
Bedtime Stories.
Oh my god, I forgot
Yeah.
that movie existed. Holy shit.
I have it
There's
on
the
a
scene.
DVD.
There's
yeah.
the scene where he's like on like in the
Those eyes would
car
be big
and
on a cow.
and the truck with all the gumballs in it
Oh,
crashes
yeah,
and it like
yeah.
starts raining gumballs and it starts playing "Don't Stop Believing." I'm like, this is a banger. What is this?
Jack and Jill is another one.
No,
Oh,
absolutely
I hate
not.
that movie.
No.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I hate that
Well,
movie.
Andrew, it was
He-
great
look,
having you on the show,
Yeah.
and we
So, like I'll say, there's a few Adam Sandler movies that I've watched where I was like, I didn't like that. But most of his movies, like Happy Gilmore 2, that came out last year, did not like it.
what?
I did not like it because it. So I like the cameos that Adam Sandler usually does in his movies, with his friends and stuff. Like it's always fun. That movie was just who all can we get to be in the movie, and some worked, some I liked, but it got to a point where the gimmick didn't work for me anymore, and it was
Yeah.
it just.
I'm sorry. John
I wasn't focused on the
John
story.
Daly
I was,
playing himself in that movie though was
well,
absolutely
there were cameos that I thought were great, but it got to the point where I was focused less on the story and just who am I seeing next. So
I think
it
that was
just
the point.
no, I know. I'm just saying it didn't work for me the way that I thought it would. And
Yeah.
so
You know what?
it-
I can respect that.
it's
I can
not
respect
Jack and
that.
Jill bad. It's like
Yeah.
middle Adam Sandler for me.
Listen,
Um,
when Eminem came out as the son of Jackass in that movie, and you just see Eminem going, "Jackass, Jackass,"
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't know.
But there's a
I
scene-
loved it.
I want to say one thing that I love about Paul Blart real quick, and then I'll move on.
Okay, yeah.
And specifically in Paul Blart 2, there's a scene where he's like he's at this hotel in Vegas because he's at a convention for all cops. And he's like in this little garden area and this guy playing a piano, and this peacock just like comes up to him. I think it was a peacock. And like is looking at him and he's
Sure it
like,
wasn't
"Oh
Tubi?
shoot." Huh?
You sure it wasn't Tubi?
It was
Oh
an
my
emu.
God.
It was an emu. Was and starts looking, just like pecks at him, is like attacking him, and the guy's just playing the piano while he's fighting. He's like flipping, and he's like, "Is there someone you could call?" And he's just like panicking for help. And the guy's just like playing the piano. It's so funny.
Paul Blart
Now-
actually introduced me to another classic, like '80s ballad song. What was it? It was played like right at the end when he's like defeated the bad guys. He's going to like ask the girl out.
Yeah.
can't
Oh,
hold-
yeah. Because they play like there's a story in my. Yes. Yeah. And he's like walking like Aura farming, and then he like bumps into the people, and he's like, or like, yeah, like the first Paul Blart is just, it's so good.
I do.
It's
really like
Chef's
that.
kiss.
Now,
Why
Spencer,
are you laughing? I
said,
just called you fat.
Spencer, you said that you watched a few guilty pleasure movies to kind of get caught up. What did you end up watching?
Oh, that's a great question. So they're both comic book movies that
Okay.
Ooh.
predate the MCU.
Original
Uh,
Supergirl.
I've never actually-
Actually, ironically, my next two guilty pleasure movies are also superhero movies that predate the MCU.
It's Superman 4.
so
We all
I'm
know
curious
it.
to see. I'm curious to see if either one of them are the same as yours.
Okay, yeah, I will say that I do have a couple other comic book movies on this list too, and I know we share one of those, Michael. But I didn't rewatch that one because I've seen it a billion times, and these were just movies I've only seen like one time each that I was like, I want to watch it again.
Okay.
The first one I watched 2 nights ago was Spawn. Spawn is one of my favorite ever comic book characters. I've only ever seen that movie once. And yes, that movie definitely has a lot of issues
Does
with
that have
it.
Keith David in it?
No, it's the one
Oh.
that
And it's David Keith, Michael.
his name's blanking on me of who plays Spawn in that. Hold on.
Keith David voices Spawn in like the animated one, right?
Michael
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Michael J. White plays Spawn in that.
Yeah.
But what like the movie suffers from a lot of plot issues. It's like there's a lot of terrible CG in it nowadays, like Beast Wars level stuff that they throw in there, especially with like about Malbolgia. But where the movie really works for me, with me being such a big Spawn fan, is that the characters, I think, feel like the characters from the pages of the comic, and even though those performances, like John, what's his name, John Leguizamo.
Leguizamo?
Thank you.
Leguizamo, yeah.
Violator is fantastic. Like he is like the star of that movie. But just like so many of the characters in that are just really enjoyable, and I didn't
Speaking
realize.
of John Leguizamo, I loved him in The Pest. Yeah, but he was also great in The Odyssey, though. Not gonna
Oh,
lie.
dude, so good in the Odyssey.
Yeah, he's just a standout in so many movies, you know. So
He is. Yeah, he really is. I mean, and he even we see him in the first two John Wick movies. And even
Yeah.
though his role in the first John Wick movie is significantly larger than the second one, I mean, he was still a very memorable character.
And I grew up with him as Sid, so I always think of Sid from Ice Age.
Sid the Slaw?
Why don't you love me?
They do this every year.
Those might be guilty pleasure movies if their scores aren't too high. I don't know.
Okay, so I love the first Ice Age movie, and then it slowly just starts to go downhill with each new one.
Unfortunately, yeah. There was one with when they introduced like Buck. I thought that
the
one was
dinosaur
good.
ones, yeah. No, I like the Continental Drift too. You know, those are movies that I think about putting on my list. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, okay. The first one scores too high. Never mind, guys.
See, for me, the thing with Ice Age movies is I can never remember what order they go in, because it's like you got Ice Age, and then there's no
There's less and less
numbers.
ice.
There's no numbers in them, so it's all just
Yeah.
titled. And I'm just like, God, what came first? Dawn of the Dinosaurs, Continental
What came first, the
Drift?
chicken or the egg?
Michael pulls out his cork board to try and assemble the Ice Age canon.
That's his personal odyssey, is figuring
Oh my
out.
God.
See, so in those movies, Sid is Odysseus.
There you
Yeah,
go.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
Spencer, what was the second superhero comic book movie that was on your guilty pleasure list that came before the
One
MCU?
of the best Marvel movies to
Oh, no.
predate the MCU.
If you say, oh,
What do you? Wait,
no, sorry. No.
Is
It
it
is-
Steel?
The one and
No,
only
wait, Steel.
Howard the Duck.
Oh,
I've
That
actually
is-
never seen that movie.
I haven't.
Oh
either.
man,
What
Howard the
what an
Duck, George
experience.
Lucas's magnum opus.
Exactly.
I thought he was going to say Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man 3 wasn't that bad. I mean,
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3 had a
I
very
Yeah,
liked
complicated
Spider-Man
story,
3. I liked Venom.
I like the memes.
I'm curious though, Spencer. What was the? You said that you were sure that one of them, like one of the movies that we shared, like which one is that?
I'm 90% sure, because you've talked about how much you like this movie, is the first Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider.
Okay, I do really like the first.
I like the
wouldn't
Ryan
call that-
Gosling one,
here's
to
the
be
thing.
honest.
the one that hasn't come out yet.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that, because I
Yeah.
feel like if anybody could do it, it'd be Ryan
He
Gosling.
looks like the one version of Ghost Rider, like from the comics. Like he looks.
Yeah. Well, and also he's been wanting to
Identical.
do it for years, and he's working with
Yeah.
Sean Levy, who he works very well with.
Oh
it's-
yeah.
I-
Well,
I think it's-
Starfighter next year. Yeah.
Right. Well, and so I really feel like this is going to be more of a passion project than just well, it's the next phase of the MCU.
Yeah.
But anyway, I do love the first Nick Cage Ghost Rider movie. I wouldn't call that a guilty pleasure though, because I feel like
Well, it's
I-
very low scores. I'll tell you that.
Really?
I went and looked at it.
I
and I
guarantee-
didn't think about it.
I
at
It's
all.
a
guarantee
28% critic score.
I guarantee you in the next
Jesus.
guarantee you in the next 6 to 12 months,
Oh, I dig
the
it.
audience score will go up significantly simply because
That's got a
now-
48, so it's decent.
simply because
Still
now that they've
decent.
announced the Ryan Gosling one, everybody's
People are
going
gonna
to
go back and watch
Yeah.
it.
go back
That's-
and
that's
rewatch it
my
and be like,
plan.
"Oh, this is the greatest movie ever made."
Yeah.
You know,
Because
And
I've
it's
never
like,
seen it, so
I
I-
really
dude,
like
it's
that.
so great.
yeah.
I watched
Um,
it a lot. Like it's probably one of my most watched, possibly
So,
one of my most watched movies. So
my-
I really like that one.
So my two guilty pleasure superhero movies that came out before the MCU, one is a Marvel movie, the other one's a DC movie. The Marvel is the 2004 movie The Punisher, starring Thomas Jane. Absolutely fantastic. It also has John Travolta in it as the villain, but like, who cares?
Isn't that the one where it ends with John Travolta getting dragged behind the
Whoa.
car and like the barrels
Yeah.
are exploding on both sides?
Yeah. It's one of my favorite scenes is when he's fighting the Russian and he the Russian pulls out not a switchblade, a butterfly knife, and Frank Castle takes it from him and he's like flipping it around. He's like, "You shouldn't play with knives," and he closes it and just bops him on the head, like on the nose with it. Right before that, he's got a guy chained to his fucking ceiling and like trying to interrogate him, and he pulls out an acetylene torch and has a rack of meat hanging like behind him, and he's got a popsicle in the other hand, and he's like telling him, he's like, you know, when flesh starts to burn, the first thing you notice is you don't feel it at first. You burn all the nerve endings, and it basically kills the nerve endings and you don't feel anything. So the first thing you notice is the smell of sizzling flesh, and then your nerve endings get reawoken and all you can feel is cold. And so he starts cooking this hunk of meat with the acetylene torch and pokes him in the back with this popsicle, and he's like freaking out thinking he's getting like burned with a torch or whatever. It's peak comedy in my opinion. He's just like, yeah, he's like burning this giant hunk of like beef and poking the dude in the back with a popsicle. He's just like, I'll tell you anything.
That's a good method.
Yeah. Dude, it's so funny. And it's so like it works so well. But I really feel like Marvel could have had a great Midnight Suns movie back in the early 2000s before the MCU, because you had Thomas Jane's Frank Castle, you had oh god, I'm blanking on his name, Blade,
Wesley Snipes.
You had Wesley Snipes Blade, you had Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider, and you had why am I blanking on actors' names?
Go on.
Daredevil.
Come on, sir. I haven't seen the movie, so I can't.
Ben Affleck's Daredevil.
Ben Affleck's Daredevil.
Oh, I've seen Ben Affleck's Daredevil. Yeah. I thought we were still talking about Punisher.
No. So you had Thomas Jane. You know, you had all these great actors that could have done a Midnight Suns movie.
Oh yeah.
I feel like they could have done that and then
You
gone
think
on
it
to do
stems
Iron
more
Man.
from Marvel doing movies to see how popular the characters were for like the general thing?
It
And
could have
maybe
been.
they decided to do the MCU because those came
Here's-
out just, you know.
Sure, I can
Yeah.
see that. I mean,
Yeah.
The Punisher came out in 2004.
Yeah.
So I don't even know.
I don't know. I know it's different divisions, I think. So
Yeah.
Well, you know, also Marvel's known to have not had their name associated with Blade at all, and then once that was a hit, they were like, "Oh shit, people like this." Hey,
Well,
yeah,
and it's
man,
like-
you know that character?
it's like the new Blade, Mara. I'm terrible
Mahershala
with his
Ali.
name. Yeah. Well, he was announced as Blade back in like 1896, and we still haven't, you know, gotten anything from that.
Okay,
And it's
so
like
it
it's a
was-
vampire movie.
So
like,
it was the Punisher, the 2004 Punisher movie was produced and distributed by Lionsgate, Columbia Pictures, and Marvel Enterprises.
Mm.
So it
Marvel
was
Enterprises.
yeah.
Never heard of that.
What food are you going to share with us there, Cam?
Yeah, Cam, we getting a little food
And-
review. We're a
and-
food channel now.
And the sequel, because it did have a sequel, came out the same year that Iron Man and Incredible Hulk came out in 2008.
Oof.
Interesting.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm eating some that.
So I am eating some enchilada soup.
Oh,
nice.
that sounds so good.
So okay,
It is
so
very
I
good.
know. Okay,
Oh.
so I know that one is actually pretty well received. The Punisher was pretty well received. My other one, I actually know for a fact that at least one person in the Cam and Focus group chat on Facebook absolutely abhors this movie.
Oh, is it gonna be?
What you got? What you
Batman and Robin.
got?
I saw it as a kid.
I've only
and
seen it once, so
I've
been wanting to rewatch
absolutely
it.
listen. Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze was peak, in my opinion.
Time to break the ice.
Time to break the ice.
Well, no, obviously Michael watched it for the Batman suit. Like,
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
oh my gosh.
Let's kick some ice.
Oh my god! Every line out of Arnold's mouth is either a pun or a worse pun.
Listen, if
No
you
pun intended.
watch his movies from the 80s and 90s, like watch Commando. You know,
Yeah.
he throws a 6-inch pipe through a dude's sternum, which then goes into a boiler and a bunch of steam starts pouring out. He goes,
Dude,
"Let out
80s
some-"
action was
he goes,
like,
"Let
all
out-"
right, go for it.
It's like all you see is the dude standing there holding the pipe and a bunch of steam just blowing out of his abdomen, and he just goes, "Let out some steam, Bennett."
See, I think of 80s Schwarzenegger, and the first thing I think of is Hercules in New York.
I don't think
Well,
I've seen that one.
and he's walking around, and he's literally Hercules. He's walking around New York, and he sees a poster of a Hercules movie, and he's like, "What is the name of that imitator? Who gave him permission to pretend to be Hercules?" It's just the deadpan way he delivers that line is gold.
It's not a tumor.
Ah.
Put me down now.
Oh, there's
You are-
a
You are one ugly
it's a song. I think it's 1,000 Miles or something, where someone did Schwarzenegger just going like, "Arr," or like his voice as the song. It's
Oh, that's funny.
Making my way downtown,
Down.
walking fast,
Walking fast.
faces passive, homebound.
Oh my gosh.
I need you.
oh my gosh.
So, before we completely stray away from talking about comic book movies, I do have two others on my list I'd like to mention.
Go ahead.
One, they're actually both fairly recent. One of them that I think is a genuinely like good watch, but it doesn't just have good reviews. Fuck that movie.
I didn't hear what was said.
I said Dark Phoenix.
Oh,
Oh no! Get it away!
Get him out of here.
so Andrew, it's been great having you on the show.
Later.
But, so this one's actually from Catch Up Entertainment, and that is the most recent Hellboy movie, Hellboy: The Crooked Man. A lot of people shit on it for being such a it's a low budget movie. I thought it was a genuinely good watch. Out of all Hellboy movies, don't get me wrong, I love the Del Toro Hellboy movies, but he takes his own creative liberties with Hellboy in those movies. The Crooked Man has the closest feel to what Hellboy actually is in the comics, and
See,
I
that
also
one's been
thought
on
it
my
was
list for a while. I've heard that it's almost more like a crime thriller,
It's
like
very
a
much
supernatural crime thriller.
yeah, like it leans into the actual like supernatural kind of horror vibe of like what Hellboy actually is in the comics. So if you know Hellboy from the comics, you know the vibe of what you're getting. And like you'd also know what I mean by when I say that, like, yes, Del Toro's movies are really good, but those like also just aren't what the comics do. And so I do recommend checking it out if anyone ever has a chance to. Like, yes,
Absolutely.
it is very much a cheaper movie. There's definitely some like weak effects, but you have to understand like it's a very cheap movie. Like I don't know, but it's a very small amount that it got made with. So
But see that kind of comes with a good amount of like inherent charm to it, though, because a movie can be low budget and you can still see like genuine work and passion that went into it. I mean,
Like 12
movies
Angry
like
Men.
Iron Lung, movies like Ash. I mean, those are all very low budget movies. I mean, even Ash, I think, had a budget of like $750,000, and
It was $10 in a pizza party.
yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I'll
I
check.
mean, you can look at that and still see that the people that worked on it really gave a damn about it. You know?
yeah, I think like I definitely think there's some rough edges with it here and there, like even kind of beyond that. But I think overall though, it's still like a pretty solid watch. And it's one of those movies that I watch and I'm like, yeah, I'd watch this again. I'm just like Spawn. I'm a big Hellboy fan as well, and
It's on Netflix, right?
it bounces around.
because it's through Catch Up Entertainment. That
So, a little bit of movie trivia for you guys. Do you guys know what is the lowest budget movie to ever make the most money?
Blair Witch.
Paranormal Activity.
There you go.
Dang it. I got mixed
Paranormal
up.
Activity cost about $15,000 to shoot and grossed roughly $194.2 million worldwide.
Oh yeah,
That all.
Holy crap.
that's why it's got 12 fucking sequels. and like anything after the first two sequels is just like nonsense.
It's funny.
I will say, I do remember watching that movie. I'll add that to my guilty pleasures. That first one was great. I remember thinking I genuinely was watching like real found footage, like this was actually something that happened.
Well, see that was back whenever the found footage genre was still really young. I think up until that point, the only other found footage movies we had were Cloverfield and Blair Witch.
Blair Witch.
As far as like the mainstream went,
What year did?
I think Paranormal Activity was 2007.
Okay, Chronicle didn't come out till 2012. Yeah, Paranormal Activity was 2007. I was thinking like Chronicle came out before then, but yeah, Chronicle didn't come out till 2012.
Good old J.J. Abrams.
That's not JJ.
It's not?
Chronicle?
I was sure that was J.J. Abrams.
He might have been a producer on it, but the guy that directed it is the same guy that directed Fan Force Stick.
Oh, yes, you're right.
Josh
That's
Trank. Oh god.
yes, Josh Trank. Okay.
Dude, that's on
Yeah.
my list. That's crazy.
Is
Man,
it
Force
really? Is
No.
it really? Oh,
I
If
despise
you
that
had
movie.
that on yours, I would.
and it's funny because he uses Michael B. Jordan in both of those movies.
Yeah. Fan Force Stick is like a
The
classic
worst.
example of what happens when a studio meddles too freaking much.
I put that.
Well, and also,
I
the
think
director
is the worst.
didn't know anything about the Fantastic Four. Like he
Yeah.
went into it. He said, like,
Oh, that too.
I put that as like the worst comic book movie ever.
yeah, I could agree
Oh
with that.
yeah.
So
And the fact it's on your list, Andrew, how
No,
dare
no,
you?
no, never, never.
I
I
will
do
say,
have. I've got a pretty big franchise movie on here, though. I don't.
got-
Well, I don't want to skip Cam. I guess if you've got any more.
He's busy eating
I've-
an enchilada soup.
No, I've got a few. I mean, if we're talking like big budget blockbuster type movies, so here's the thing. When it comes to like comic book movies, there are very few that are bad that I still like. Like I got like okay, Thor: The Dark World, not generally considered one of the better Marvel movies, but I wouldn't say it's bad. I still find a lot of enjoyment in it though, just because it's not the whole movie that I like. It's individual scenes within that movie that I really like.
That's fair.
Like,
Yeah.
like well, for example, whenever after the Dark Elves sack Asgard and kill Thor's mother, whenever one of the guards comes by and tells Loki, who's still in his cell, that she was killed, the whole scene is silent, but you just see him turn around and like clench his fists, and everything in the room just goes. Like that is a great scene in my opinion. It's individual scenes in there that I love, but as a whole, I think the movie is pretty not great.
Well, and like most people look at every
Oh
single.
jeez,
The only Thor movie that is like universally liked is the first one.
No, I feel like it's Ragnarok. Is the one that.
No, I've heard so many people complain about
Ragnarok kind of showcased a shift in the MCU. It's like, oh, people loved it because it was funny. Let's do that every movie.
I can see.
I
where
think
you're
the issue
coming
with
from
it is
that,
Ragnarok
but-
was a good balance of humor and seriousness, and like
Yeah.
like you said, Cam, they took the knob for humor and just went. Shh.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I can kind of see that, but like, I don't see where Love and Thunder was worse.
No, well, because here's the thing, Love and Thunder turned Thor into an idiot. Not that Ragnarok hadn't done that, but Love and Thunder kind of took
Yeah.
that to its nth degree.
I agree.
And even in Ragnarok, Thor still had some very serious moments. And while Thor still had a few serious moments in Love and Thunder, everything was undercut by the humor. And where you had a good balance in Ragnarok, I really feel like the balance was just completely lost in Love and Thunder. And I think now, I might be in the minority for thinking this, but I think that Love and Thunder could have done better if it was longer. Now, I think it clocks in at like an hour and 48 minutes or something like that. It's like one of the shortest MCU movies ever. And it's obvious that there was a lot of stuff that had gotten cut out, mostly probably having to do with Christian Bale's character.
It's a 2-hour movie.
It's like right at 2 hours?
Hour 59.
Okay.
Yeah.
But even still, if it was like maybe 15 minutes longer, and those 15 minutes were devoted to a deeper exploration of the characters in a similar way that Ragnarok had, I think Love and Thunder could have been, if not on that level, just barely below. I think that it could have been something great, but I think between Taika Waititi not really knowing what he was doing as far, because he even said as much in interviews. He's like, well, I don't know anything about Thor. I don't know whatever this and that. Between that and some very obvious studio interference, I think that that Love and Thunder had the potential to be something great. I just think they dropped the ball.
My only my thing with Love and Thunder is everybody, okay, like you guys said, it had a lot of like goofiness in it. It made Thor seem like an idiot. I went into that movie thinking, where did we last see Thor? What was the last thing we saw him doing? And that was seeing him as a depressed, fat, drunk, like feeling like a failure and trying to find his way again in the world. And like going into this movie, I was like, okay, he's lost everything. He's lost his brother. He's lost his father. He's lost his mother. He's lost his home world. He's lost everything. And so he's just trying to the way I looked at it was he is just trying to find the silver fucking lining. And he's doing that through humor, and he's trying to like make jokes.
Right.
And I resonated with that. So I really enjoyed Love and Thunder. I especially love the fact that his own daughter, Chris Hemsworth's daughter, plays Love.
I mean, I totally get that too. Yeah. I mean, there's certainly different strokes for different folks. I mean, what works for you didn't work for me, and some things that might work for me in a movie might not work for you. And honestly, the fact that you feel so passionately about it, I love that for you. Truly, I do. It didn't work for me, but it worked for others, and that's a good thing.
Well, and also after seeing the leaked San Diego Comic-Con Hall H trailer for Doomsday, I see where Love and Thunder helped to set up Doomsday, even if they were still banking on Kang at the time of them making that movie. They absolutely were able to use what happens in Love and Thunder to go towards Doomsday, and I'm so excited. Listen, I heard Doom say, "Hell answers to me because I am Doom," and I went, "Let's fucking go!" Sorry. I'm so hyped for this movie.
You had me thinking, Cam.
To fly out of the country to go back to the U.S. just to see this movie. So,
oh boy,
I'm so hyped for this movie.
And
anyway.
So while Doomsday isn't my most anticipated movie of the year, I'm tentatively optimistic for it. One, because it's bringing together all these characters again, and part of what made Infinity War and Endgame so great was the fact that you had all these characters who came together who have their own stories that are happening congruently with each other. And the fact that all of that was directed by the Russos really just worked so well because they direct characters so good. Like The Winter Soldier, Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame.
They're good with
those are all character-driven movies where the drama is the center of them, and so I'm really
I was going to say they're really good directing Marvel movies. Unfortunately, I haven't been a biggest fan of their non-Marvel movies that I've seen.
Yeah,
when they are with Marvel, they're so honestly top.
So-
You could argue the top 5 MCU movies or whatever are their movies.
Are theirs,
top
yeah.
4.
So
Yeah.
I'll put it to you like this. I watched another show, another podcast that said this, and I was like, I know. And I feel like this really hit the nail on the head. The Russos do really well with pre-established stories and pre-established like content. So like they have the comic books to go off of for Marvel movies. When it comes to making original content, great. God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like Zack Snyder too, because
Oh yeah,
it's
he's
like
just- Yeah.
it's like Zack Snyder does great when he's directing someone else's work, like Watchmen, fantastic movie. Batman v Superman. It's not the greatest, but I mean the foundation was there. Zack Snyder's Justice League, fantastic. I thought it was great.
Mhm.
But when it's his own work, like Rebel Moon,
Or
Just-
Army of the Dead.
yeah, yeah, 300. Even that one too.
I own that same
he was
copy of
adapting
300,
something that was
actually.
already there. The foundation was already there.
Yeah.
All he had to do was make it look awesome,
Yeah.
and he did.
And
Now,
slow motion.
lots of slow motion, but to be fair, in a movie like 300, where you have like so many people engaging in action at once, the slow motion actually enhanced how dynamic
Yeah.
that action felt.
really
Because
I think they said if they took all of the slow motion of 300 and made it normal speed, the entire movie would be about like 45 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a long series, but it's like adapted
Yeah.
really well from what I can recall of it.
Yeah.
I just recently read through it, so
Yeah. Let's see. My next one is one that I know because Spencer and I were talking a couple days ago, before the show, about some of the movies on our list, and
Yeah.
this one was one that was both on our list. It's The Last Jedi. Why is War of the Worlds from 2025 on this poster? And Spencer too. To be fair, it actually does meet my criteria for the list that I was making. But no, that's just a joke.
what's that? War of the Worlds or The Last Jedi?
Yes.
Damn
So
it.
my actual next one is one that we've reviewed on the show. It was my pick. And that is Don't Let the River Beast Get You.
Yeah.
So that is one where I see the flaws, right? But I know that most of the people acting in that movie aren't even like commercial actors. Like they're literally just people that the directors knew, the writers knew, and they were giving it their best shot. There's a couple performances that are a little rough around the edges, and some of the filmmaking process is a little off, but the story is entertaining. They're trying to do kind of a parody of monster movies from like the 50s. So you watch some of those and like the monster suits are really not that impressive. A lot of them look like we ran out of budget after like The Shoulder. So we're just gonna like Tog or something like that Fanboy Flicks just did. Like it's like, yeah, whatever. But I just enjoy watching it. I've seen it 3 times in the last year and a half. So
Well, of course you saw it 3 times. I mean, that movie has the best tutor in River City, USA.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Is like there's like a certain charm to it that I like. I mean, it's an enjoyable. I'll throw it on, and yeah, it's good. You know, I don't know.
Well, and see, I do love indie movies like that.
Yeah.
Because it's obvious that they were making this movie. They weren't setting out to make like anything super great. They just wanted to make a movie.
And that's the thing is, oh, sorry.
I was going to say, I've said this a million times before. I don't care how bad a movie is. It is a hard thing to do. So people who get together and make a movie to completion and put it out, that right there is worthy of praise.
Yeah, and they did not try to overextend themselves. They knew what they their capabilities were, and they did that to the best of their ability.
Yeah.
Even like at the end when the statue of the father is just the father with like spray paint or like paint on him and he's in a suit. Like, yeah, okay, obviously that's bad,
Yeah.
but they knew that like, okay, it makes me think of like almost making like a home movie with like friends. It's like, this
Yeah.
is what we have access to. We'll do the best we can with what we have.
Speaking
and
of
I
which-
think so.
Speaking of which, Andrew, when are we getting that cinematography camera?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I sent Michael this video I saw the other day of these people that bought a cinematography camera and like shot a trailer for a movie that obviously it doesn't exist, but it looks so
It
good.
was just like it was just like a concept trailer for a movie
Yeah.
that, you know, it was like a horror movie, and it was just so
Yeah.
good. I was just like, hey, how do we get one of these?
Yeah. And I think just real quick, I think Cam, that's like what you were saying about indie films, is when I see an indie film where they know what their limits are and they just go all in on that. Yeah, there's going to be some things that are, you know, noticeable
Yeah.
or a little rough, or obviously not all the performances are going to be great, but these people aren't all necessarily actors. Like a lot of people in that movie are just people that they do that they're just regular, us everyday Joes. And so, but yeah, like I said, I enjoy watching it, and yeah.
Now, where the line does get drawn is whenever it involves sharks.
Get him off the show. Get him off the show.
Spencer,
Yeah, Spencer.
See, it's very hard to watch those movies and find the qualities in them because they suck.
Andrew, was that
so
you that
hard.
sent me? Was that you who sent me a reel, Andrew?
The
about,
water park
like,
shark.
The water park shark.
Yes,
Yeah.
that movie just came out, or at least
my
that version.
God.
Of
Are
it.
you serious?
It said 2026.
Oh my gosh.
God.
I
Well,
gotta
so we all
say,
know.
opening 5 minutes of Shark Side of the Moon, you know, you have the mutant sharks. It's all great.
We also forgot to mention. There's the movie I Am Here.
Now.
Yeah. No, those are far from it.
Neil Breen is like the king of bad indie movies.
I gotta say, the trailer for his most recent movie. Let me specify the context here. For Neil Breen standards, the story is kind of slightly interesting. Now, I'm concerned about his execution because it's only a 2-minute trailer.
This could be Neil Breen's Citizen Kane.
I mean, he is the Orson Welles of bad movies, so.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
that's hilarious.
No, he's the David Lynch, because you like what you're watching, but you don't always know what you're watching.
Can I just say, people who watch this show have to think we're getting paid by Neil Breen for as much as we fucking talk about him.
It's like the Truman Show. For your next movie night, watch Fateful
Okay.
Findings.
We have a quota to meet. We have to mention
Yes.
him at least 5 times, or our
Yes.
stipend does not hit the account.
And we also
Neil
have
Breen,
to
Neil
meet
Breen,
with
Neil
the
Breen,
guy-
Neil Breen, Neil Breen. There we go.
We also
Moving
have to
on.
mention
Just don't say his name 3 times in the mirror.
He will
He'll
appear.
show up behind you.
He just appears on
naked.
stream. Listen, we also got to mention the world's greatest action star that could take down anyone while sitting in a seat. Mr. Stevenson, what? Oh my gosh, Neil Breen is behind Michael. Oh no. It's Narnia.
You just,
Emma?
just one day at night, and you're in a dark room, you just hear by your voice, by your ear, is that corrupt?
Oh my god. Can you imagine if you had a sleep demon and it was like Neil Breen? You just can't move and it's like,
You know what's funny? I still have not seen a single Neil Breen movie.
Good.
At this point, you don't have to.
No.
We've gotten the perfect recap, Michael. We're all good.
Have you guys ever
Oh.
seen have you ever seen the recreation of the interrogation
room.
scene from The Dark Knight with Tommy Wiseau as the Joker?
Speaking of him, did you see they remade The Room? They shot
Yeah,
it.
they remade it with
So,
they had a bunch of like high who was it?
Bob Odenkirk.
Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah, well, and what they intentionally did is they shot it all on green screen and in 12 hours, and what they got is just that was the movie. But it's a fundraiser.
I think it had like zero budget too. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
it's literally, but it was a fundraiser. The guy that directed it, it's like with the Children's Association. I don't remember exactly what it is, but like they were raising money for
Oh,
that.
Hi, Mark.
But
24-hour
yeah.
thing. That they
Yeah.
did,
I did want to
Uh,
mention before I forget, I have one Christmas movie that I want to mention. These don't tend to typically get high scores usually. But
Is it
one
Die
that
Hard?
yes. No. The one that I've actually, there were a few that I looked at that I thought would be guilty pleasures, but for my criteria, at least they didn't fit. But it's Christmas with the Cranks.
Okay.
I enjoyed that
I've
movie.
not seen that in
Here,
forever.
so here's what I'll
I've
say.
never
Is
seen it, to be honest with you.
It's okay. Oh, okay. I don't
yeah.
know. It's not like a top tier like a Home Alone or like a Christmas Story, like for me at least, of like the Christmas movies. But it's usually, if I can fit
Or
it
Die
in
Hard.
like for a yearly, if I can fit it in for a yearly Christmas watch, I will. It's got Tim Allen and Jamie Lee Curtis as the lead couple, and it's just like Tim Allen is hilarious in the movie, and it's Dan Aykroyd as one of the neighbors. Like it's very like realistic of like what a neighborhood is around Christmas time with people that are known
Yeah.
as hosts. Because
You know
when
what's
they're
a
all like,
gr-
but
Sorry,
it's
I'll
got a
let you finish.
5% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes, which is crazy to me. I don't know. It works for me. And
You
there's
know-
a scene with the hickory ham that is just so funny.
You know what's a great Christmas movie that I feel like is I don't know what the critic score of it is, but I feel like it is definitely underappreciated. Jingle All the Way.
Oh, I haven't seen that one,
think
but
that
I've
has
heard
a
about it.
score.
Jamie!
It's got Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's got
Oh,
Sinbad.
what is with you and
It's
Schwarzenegger?
got Schwarzenegger's great. Fuck you. It's got Schwarzenegger. It's got Sinbad,
Jake Lloyd.
Jake Lloyd. It's so great. It's
I have a Christmas movie on my list that I don't see talked about a lot, and
Christmas
I
in
looked up the review.
July.
I was looking at the review score, and it's like so low, and it's one of my family's favorites for when we used to watch them all together was Fred Claus. Has anyone seen
Oh,
that?
I've
I've
heard
seen
that.
it.
I
That
don't.
one
It
either.
wasn't very memorable for me. That's the one where it's like he's like the son of Santa, right?
No, it's his brother.
Or his brother, right.
What was his name? Is it Vince Vaughn plays the main guy?
Yeah.
And what's his name? Kevin Spacey's the bad guy in it, and yeah, that was a good one. That gets way too hated on.
Kevin Spacey's always the bad guy, isn't he?
You know, I don't know how high the critic scores are because I didn't look at them, but just off the top of my head, as far as Christmas goes, is the Santa Claus movies with Tim Allen, like all three of them. Like I watch all three. I don't. I'm sure the score goes down probably with each one.
I think the third one's really bad score, but I could.
Yeah, but I think a lot of it is probably nostalgia, just because I grew up watching those around that time.
I feel like the premise of
the
it is
first one-
really interesting.
Yeah, I think the first one has got a pretty decent score. But yeah, just the idea of like Santa just like being scared and like and then just like falls and it's like
If you
"You're
accidentally kill Santa Claus, you have to take up the mantle.
And what I
It's-
love too is when Tim Allen gets to the North Pole, all the elves are like, that's normal. Like you're like that's normal. Like Bernard is
You're
all
like
right.
the fifth Santa this decade. So
Bernard is like, yeah, all right. So this is what you're gonna do. Like it just is so funny to me that they just like don't care about the previous Santa. Like
It makes like Christmas in the North Pole feel very corporate, which I think is
Yes.
a perfect allegory for what
Yeah.
Christmas is these days.
Yeah,
unfortunately, that is very true.
true.
Isn't that corrupt? Isn't that betraying the people's interest and trust?
There's our fifth Neil Breen reference. Let the money come in.
You see, we need to get like get commission for that.
So at some point, I have to figure out how to do like an in-stream like counter somewhere in here, where it's just like every time someone mentions Neil Breen,
Yeah.
Great to see. I'm here for it.
oh, God.
Before we get out of here, I do have a few other movies I'd like to quickly go through, if that's okay.
Yeah, please.
Just because I made a little bit of a list here. I have like a couple sequels in particular. One movie, part of one of my favorite franchises, is Alien Covenant. I know a lot of people really dislike that one. I know, right?
I'm not muted. Oh.
No, I get why people dislike it, but I always found I thought Prometheus
fair.
is a great movie, and I always thought it was an interesting way to try to link the two. And so I don't know, I've never completely understood like I said, I get it, but I've also never thought it was that bad, and I thought it was interesting.
Oh, I was thinking of Alien Resurrection. Alien Covenant, actually, I watched for the first time not too long ago. It's solid. I was thinking, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, the one with Michael Fassbender in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I like Prometheus, so.
Yeah, Prometheus is pretty good. Yeah, no, we don't.
I don't think I've actually ever seen a single Alien movie from beginning to end.
Oh
The
my god! Sorry.
Are you serious?
Come on.
The one thing I don't like
I
about
rewatched Aliens like 3 weeks ago, and it's a freaking banger.
my only critique about Prometheus is when, so all right, I guess spoiler Michael, is at the end. I hate this trope with characters when they're running from something falling and they're just trying to outrun it in the same direction that it's falling instead of just going to the side. It's like, yeah. Anyway,
Other than that, great movie. You should go watch.
other than that,
Also, you should watch Alien and Aliens. All right.
Yes,
I wanna hear
and
what you talk
Romulus.
about. Just go
I
watch
was
it.
gonna ask Romulus. So
Romulus is so good.
So
Well, I
Romulus
don't really know
has
that.
been recently put on my radar specifically for the fact
In
that
Black Panther,
David Johnson is in
He's good in
Romulus,
it.
and
Watch
I
Alien
saw
and
him.
Aliens.
I saw him in The Long Walk, and he was
Oh,
fantastic in
That's a
that.
great.
so good in the Long walk.
That was
Yeah.
really good.
So
Yeah,
I'm
I'll watch at least Alien.
Very
first.
excited for the new Black Panther, but
Did you have anything else on your list, Spencer?
Yes. Terminator.
Alien vs
Genesis-
Predator.
Terminator Genesis, I think, is a solid Terminator movie.
yeah,
Genesis. Was that the
that's
one
the
with
one with-
Christian Bale or Jai Courtney?
No,
that's
it's
the one with
Amelia
old
Clark.
Arnold versus young Arnold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I know the one you're talking about,
it's,
Spencer.
what's his
actually
name
enjoy
is
that
in it?
one a little bit.
What's his name plays John Connor in it? The guy.
Yes, I'm
oh,
blank.
I'll
I
look it
know.
up.
I see him in my head, but I
Is it
Yeah,
Jai Courtney?
it's driving me insane that it's like I can see the face, but I can't remember.
Jason
what else
Clarke.
his name- Him. That
Okay.
guy.
yes.
Um.
I remember when I watched that for the first time. I did enjoy it. It's got
Um,
J.K. Simmons in it too.
Oh, I forget. Yeah, it's been a little bit since I watched it. But
Yeah.
I've watched that Terminator one a lot. I think it's the best after T2.
It also has Matt Smith in it.
Oh, okay. Doctor Who.
Yeah, it's got. He's the T-5000.
Hmm.
And then I'll say if you take out the Godzilla from Godzilla '98, it's a very enjoyable monster movie. And then the last thing I'll end with is Morbius isn't that bad of a movie.
I still haven't seen it. It's on. It's like on my. I eventually plan to watch all of the Sonyverse movies.
Don't watch Madam Web.
I'm
Craven
gonna watch
or
it just
Morbius,
I'm
or
gonna
Venom:
wa-
The Last Carnage. Just watch Venom and Venom: The Last Dance, and you're good.
The Last Carnage.
No,
There's
don't watch
Carnage.
that one.
You mean Let There Be Carnage?
See, that tells you how much I care about those movies.
So I've seen all the Venom movies.
Does the
And
title
I've
really
seen-
make that much of a
I've
difference?
seen-
Like,
I've seen all the Venom movies. I loved all the Venom movies, and I've seen Craven, and I really liked Craven. I know a lot of people didn't, but
I haven't
Yeah.
seen it actually. But
Craven wasn't good. I don't like Craven.
I thought Craven was really good. I did not realize that the guy who played Craven also played Quicksilver in Age of
Yeah.
Ultron.
hmm.
So,
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Aaron
I mean,
Taylor
Morbius would be so much better if it didn't have Jared Leto in it. But I watched it. And I was like, it's not that bad,
Dude,
so-
listen, I was a full-grown adult when I found out that Jared Leto was the lead singer for 30 Seconds to Mars, and I went, "What do you mean?" Like, that blew my little mind because, like,
I mean, okay, Jared Leto, to his credit, can put out a good performance now and then.
Blade
Like,
Runner.
Blade Runner, Requiem for a Dream, Mr. Nobody. I mean, those are all great
Tron.
performances from him. Huh?
No,
Tron Ares.
no.
I enjoyed his performance in Tron Ares.
I kind of liked him in Tron Ares. He played a good, kind of stone-faced, program and whatnot.
It served
and-
the movie or the plot
Yeah.
or what it
Um,
was. But it wasn't.
I will say this: I did not like that he had facial hair, because why? Because why what function does facial hair serve on a program?
Exactly, that's
I
why-
can get so you want my honest opinion because it looks tougher, and they were trying to sell him. They were trying to
Babyface
sell him
wouldn't
as
work.
they were trying to sell him as a military asset, and
Yeah.
it looks tougher. Like
Yeah, I guess.
realistically, Babyface does not look as tough as a strong.
Believe me, I
dude.
know.
Yeah,
I think it would have been bad if he actually acted good in it. But you know,
again, I thought he did really great.
I did rewatch Requiem for a Dream like a week and a half ago, and don't get me wrong, it is a hard movie to watch because the content is so heavy, so freaking heavy. But I went in and I was actually watching Jared Leto's performance like a hawk, because I'm thinking, okay, I know that I've liked him in this movie. Let's see how much, and I still think that is the best performance he's ever done. It is so, it feels so real, and to this day, it is my favorite moment from him. Now, as far as like his personal life and stuff like that, I don't know enough about that to really give a damn.
I mean, like how he's the leader of a sex cult.
I've heard about that. I don't know how true the allegations and stuff are. To be honest, I don't really care all that much. But I do wish that he would stop coasting through the movies that he gets. And that's what it feels like he's doing, because he's getting paid regardless.
Sure.
Yeah.
But anyways.
I will say, I was so not looking forward to the new He-Man movie because I was like, God damn it, Jared Leto's gonna fuck up another one of my favorite all-time villains, and he ended up being, I think, the best performance in that movie. So,
I still haven't seen it yet, and I've heard such
Me
mixed
either.
things about it. I mean, the people that liked it are like, we need a sequel, we need a sequel, we need a sequel. And the people who didn't like it were just like, it's fucking He-Man, who cares?
Yeah, I had the choice to either go see He-Man or Supergirl, and I chose Supergirl because I was like, that's the one I'm more interested in anyway.
Okay.
Like DC, I'm more interested in DC properties than I am fucking Masters of the Universe, because like I didn't grow up watching He-Man like a lot of people did. You know, I saw an episode here or there. I thought it was cool. You know, I have the power. You know, but it wasn't something I was super invested in. I remember when we were playing Fortnite with Chris, and he was like super hyped about all the He-Man stuff, and I was just like, eh. But like, the only thing, like, I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know. But like, I really wish that Jared Leto would have done the like the Skeletor voice. Ah, until we meet again.
He does a really good job of just
Yeah.
He does a good job with Skeletor. Coming from somebody who like Skeletor is like legitimately one of my favorite ever villains.
Yeah,
Like he did such a great job, and
Yeah.
like I said, hearing his name attached to Rule nearly killed all excitement that I had for that. Well, that and the plot description that they came out with, because you know you see in the trailers that there's like this whole Earth part of the movie, and I was like, I don't want a fucking He-Man movie on Earth. Like
Yeah.
it is like, no, that's not what it is. There's
We got
Eternia
that
for
already
a
with Dolph
reason.
Lundgren.
Yeah, I was like, we literally have Eternia for a reason. But they go through that very quick in the movie, and it's
that's good.
on fair purpose. Which, like I said, they go through it quickly, and it's I think it's a really enjoyable watch. I would say it's one of my probably personal favorite movies of the year that's come out so far. Like I was
Really?
much more excited for Supergirl, and I don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it, even though it does have some flaws. I enjoyed He-Man a bit more overall.
Okay.
So.
Well, it's on my list for sure. I got to get around to watching it. I
On
keep on seeing
Amazon
it everywhere
Prime
else.
now,
Like eventually,
so.
I'm going to sit down and just devote the time. But
I think it's worth it's a very solid, like what you want from a fun action movie.
sure.
And, yeah, it does a good job with it. So be interested in hearing what you all think about it when you all get around to it.
Oh, www.
Oh, what's up, Cash?
W's in the chat.
Welcome in, Castro.
I was going to say, am I going to get shot if I do this?
Oh, whoops.
Thank you very much for joining us. You know, good to have you in the chat. We're actually just kind of wrapping up here, but thanks for hanging out with us for a little bit. So yeah, we discussed some guilty pleasure movies, and did anybody have anything else on the list that we didn't get to, just to kind of like spitball a few?
I will say honorable mention for me is got to be the Child's Play series and the Chucky sequels, like Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky.
My guilty pleasure would be Borat. Nice.
This is nice.
Very nice.
I love the Child's Play sequels specifically because like the first one I feel like tried to be a serious horror movie and it was kind of scary, You go back and rewatch them all though, and you're just like, these are hilarious.
I was gonna say it's almost more like a black comedy.
Right. And I didn't know this until probably a few months ago that Brad Dourif, the guy who plays Chucky, is Grima Wormtongue in
Yep.
Lord of the Rings. And I went, my mind is blown. So, now I'm just imagining Wormtongue now saying things like hold on, where was it? I had it pulled up. Dang it.
It's so quotable. Let me look up the quote real quick.
I just want to make sure I'm quoting. I'm just imagining Wormtongue saying to Eowyn, "You stupid bitch, you filthy son. I'll teach you to fuck with me."
And now, see, if there was ever like a modern remake of Lord of the Rings, that would probably be something along the lines that they make it like super. They make the dialogue super modern. It's like instead of Gandalf saying, "Look to my coming at first light on the 5th day," he'll say, "Yeah, I'll be there in about a week."
Yeah. I'll send you a DM.
Yeah, no.
I'll pull up, fam.
Yeah.
Oh
There
no.
are a few. I guess my last one that
Evan?
I can think of. Oh my gosh. Oh, you will see me in 6 to 7 days.
Oh
at the
God,
fifth
get him out!
light.
Get him
Yeah.
out! Out!
Hey, Michael did it first. The
Get him
last one I
both
can
out,
think
both
of.
out.
The last one I can think of, and I didn't think to check the scores, but would be Rambo from 2008. It was the
Oh, the
first
fourth one. Yeah.
So I enjoyed them. It's definitely a tough watch at times with the violence and the military stuff that they address. I mean, it is realistic, so there's at least that. But when you're kind of revamping a franchise like that after the initial trilogy, those can be hit or miss a lot of times. We've seen that with franchises before. And of course, the one that follows is pretty rough. But I enjoyed that movie quite a bit.
It was a good direction because the first movie was all about like Rambo's struggles with PTSD.
Yeah.
And then the other two were just like run of the mill action movies, you know, campy one-liners, over the top action. And then Rambo 4 came along and brought the action back down to ground level. And it focused more on him as a character. And I really think that was a great direction for it to go in.
Yeah. Well, of course, it kind of hits home with like Christian missionaries being the people that have been captured. So there's definitely that. But yeah, like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed it. So
Speaking of Stallone, what are your guys' thoughts on the I Play Rocky movie that's coming out?
that trailer is so good.
So good.
I haven't seen the trailer for it yet.
I was convinced I was watching a documentary, like an actual documentary about the movie.
Yeah, dude. Casting is absolutely
And if you
on.
just listen to it, it sounds like Stallone.
Yeah.
Like it is so I'm so excited.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And how about you, Spencer? Any that are on your list that we didn't get to talk about?
I did think of another. I haven't seen it in a while, but just like a random one I thought of was the Assassin's Creed movie, because I thought it was really interesting for that movie to delve into a side of that universe that you never got to really see in the games that much.
Mhm.
Now, since then, I have played some of the games because that was like one of the first things I ever like really got into with it. And I know fans of Assassin's
Michael likes that pick.
Yeah, I know, right? So I don't know. I that might have been one that just doesn't age well. If I go back and rewatch it, but
Assassin's
I mean,
Creed was one of those
the thing
movies
about that movie
Yeah.
is if it feels like a corporate attempt to adapt a video game. It doesn't feel like it's a movie that was made by people who legitimately have a passion for the source material.
I could see that. Like I said,
Um,
it's been a very long time since
And I've only seen it once. I saw it back in theaters. I think it came out 2016
something like
or,
that.
or something. I saw it in the theater, and I remember leaving. It was like, you know, the Men in Black using the neuralizer on me. It just completely went away.
Yeah, like it's been 8 years since I've
Yeah.
seen it.
I watched that
2016.
movie.
Yep.
I saw my ticket stub. I was like, what?
Did someone
me,
steal my credit card?
I remember seeing the trailer for it come out, or like seeing the announcement for it, and I got so hyped because I was like, oh, we're gonna get a proper Desmond Miles like story. And it was just so bad. Oh my god. I don't think I've ever been as disappointed for a movie as I was for Assassin's Creed.
I've never seen or played anything with that franchise, so I don't know. I can't gauge like
Here's
the
the thing.
take, you know.
Here's the thing. The Assassin's Creed storyline should have stopped at Black Flag.
Yes.
Everything after that, because every one of the games has two storylines. There's the current day storyline of what's happening right now, and there are the memories. So like each game is centered around the memories, but then you have like the concurrent events that are happening in modern day. And after Assassin's Creed 3, they pretty much ended the concurrent day storyline. And I was devastated because I was like, okay, how are they going to do this now? And there was a whole theory because like there's a whole backstory about the sons of Adam and the daughters of Eve and whatever. And the entire story from like the first Assassin's Creed for the next 5 games. So what was it? Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood,
Assassin's Creed
Revelation. 4. No, it was 1, 2.
Andrew.
Assassin's Creed 6 and 7.
Brotherhood, Revelation, and 3. Those 5 games centered around what they would have called the son of Adam, which is Desmond Miles. And to me, if they would have continued with a daughter of Eve and like continued on the storyline like that, I feel like the franchise would have done a lot better. And instead, they've just done like standalone games.
They just weren't able to do it.
They did. I was gonna say Origins.
I see what you did there. You sly dog, you.
It's a real knee slapper.
You should be put to Seth for that.
That one wasn't quite as strong, Michael. That's kind of a slowly close the door kind of.
Well, that was
just
I couldn't think of an.
the curtain slowly falls.
I couldn't think of anything else off the top of my head that would work with the name Seth the way that Abel does.
Oh, and Michael's parents have left the stands. Oh, I'm sorry. All right. So man. I think
we've lost the plot.
Yeah. Well, we're also kind of way over time here, but all right. I think that'll about do it for tonight. Do we have any shameless plugs? I'll kind of go around the clock. And Andrew, you're going dead last because of your transgression with Battlefield Earth earlier.
Well, and you dropped me from the stream. I was where Spencer was. I got demoted.
Spencer, what's going on over at the Dingus Den this week?
Not too much. Me and Andrew did recently just drop some trailer reactions. Yesterday morning, uploaded our reaction and breakdown to the latest Lanterns trailer that came out, the main trailer that came out for it, so go check that out. The only thing that I have recorded that I'm about to release in the next day or two is actually a review over 300, which is why I had this readily available. My first ever time reading this epic story by Frank Miller. And so, stay tuned for my review of 300 sometime within the next 2 days.
Hell yeah. How about you, Michael? What's going on over at your channel?
So I've been slacking a bit over on my channel. I have not edited a video in quite some time. But a lot of that is because I have been working on getting mine and Andrew's new podcast set up. So figuring out the logistics, learning Video Ninja, things like that. Actually getting the channel made, so like it's made, like the channel's made, we just don't have anything put up there yet.
Gotcha.
So the gaming channel has not really, I mean, I've got 20 subscribers now, so that's cool.
Nice.
Do I still have, is it 20? Let's see.
I'm up to a whopping 78.
Yeah, so I have 20. I have 20 subscribers. So that's cool. I need to get on editing my Spider-Man 2 gameplay. I need to play more of the game so I have more footage to edit as well. But yeah, as soon as we start making the podcast videos, I will start shamelessly plugging that as well. So
Sounds good. Sounds good. And Andrew, what's going on with us over at Feast of Fandoms this week?
Yeah, so last Monday for MCU Monday, we finished our Spider Noir reviews, and so
Nice.
we are taking this week off. But we will be returning the following week with Brand New Day, Spider-Man Brand New Day, which I'm so excited for. It just, yeah, I'm just, it's like, but I'm loving the Spider-Man content this year, and then we'll get up with X-Men season 2, X-Men 97 season 2. It'll probably be done, I'm sure, by the time we get to it or close to it. Because
only halfway through right now.
Is it 10 episodes?
I think
Probably, because I think episode 6 just dropped.
I know at Hall H they mentioned it briefly, and I think Feige said that it was halfway done.
Okay.
It's most of the way done. I'll look right now.
So it'll be, okay, so it'll be somewhat done. And then let's see, Thursday night on the Cantina Happy Hour last week, we discussed one of the arcs from the Clone Wars, which is the D-Squad droid arc, which Cam despises so much, he actually decided to work on his day off so that he didn't have to join the stream.
So that was actually
I'm
just
kidding.
like no jokes. That was actually just a coincidence because my surgeon is out this entire week.
Oh no!
And
so they gave you the scalpel?
No, no. On Friday I had to go in and I had to take like a comprehensive inventory of like all of our surgical instruments and send them out.
You felt like Dr.
maintenance
Strange,
and sharpened and stuff. And so that right there, that right there was like 5 hours of just dicking around with these freaking surgical tools.
I can see Cam being a surgeon like Dr. Strange, but instead of random music trivia, it's random film trivia. So he's just got a big flat screen up in the surgical room, and he's just like got fucking Neil Breen movies playing.
Oh my god!
The patients would all be like, "Cancel the surgery."
The patients would just be like, "Hey, just nick that artery."
Yeah,
and then it'll be at that very moment that Neil Breen comes on and says, "Isn't that betraying the public's trust?"
Well, and to make it better, we have a Maul arc. It's Maul and Savage. I know. I can't remember if it's a 4-parter. I think it probably is. So we'll have that.
Great stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy to think. I forget we're in season 5 of the Clone Wars. Like we're honestly we'll be done sometime next year. I'm sure, which is crazy. So
I mean,
anyway.
How far into season 5 are you? Because I don't think. Like once you get to season, once you finish season 6, season 7,
we're
quick.
No, it is, but like, and it's all arcs, so it'll only be a few weeks. But I just mean, like holidays coming up towards the end of the year.
Sure.
There might be, Thanksgiving. I mean, Thanksgiving is probably, and so
gobble, motherfucker.
I'm surprised that wasn't on Michael's list.
You said it was going to be.
It wasn't on my list.
It is now.
It wasn't on my list for 2 reasons. Number 1, I knew you guys were expecting it, and number 2, I haven't watched it again since we watched it for the show. So like,
yeah. And of course, I joined. Like Spencer said, we did it was a busy week for trailers.
It was.
Yeah,
It was.
But it also was a lot of good trailers. So we had a lot of fun discussing those. Yeah.
Maul was 3 episodes, and then you have the whole Jedi sabotage arc, which is 4 episodes to wrap up season 5. So
wow, I didn't realize we were that far into it. Well,
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna do it for tonight's episode of Cam and Focus Weekly. Thank you everybody who tuned in. I think we hit an all-time high of like 5 viewers at once, which was nice.
Nice. That's pretty good.
Thank you, Comics Hands podcast for tuning in with into the chat. Thank you, fellas, for joining me and discussing some guilty pleasure movies. Definitely some good ones that were on everybody's list here. Next week, we haven't figured out what we're doing just yet, but it's going to be another great movie because we're kind of done with bad movies for a little bit.
yeah, Spencer.
Yeah, Spencer.
Yeah, no Puniverse, because no Pinocchio. We're not going
You know
to see
what's funny?
Pinocchio.
I'm going to go see that tomorrow. Funny
What's
The
enough.
that?
newest Puniverse movie.
The Pinocchio. What was it called? Pinocchio.
Unstrung or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he becomes a real boy.
We're gonna watch it tomorrow. So.
Oh boy!
I love when
I can't
Pinocchio-
wait to see what you think about it, Spencer.
I love when Pinocchio is roasting people and his nose doesn't grow. It's the funniest thing.
I look at this world and
You know
I see
what?
potential.
They should get-
You
they
don't
should
have
get Ja-
potential.
They should get James Spader to voice Pinocchio. There
Oh my
are no strings on me.
All
Yeah,
right.
but Robert Englund, the Freddy Krueger,
Robert
he
Englund.
voices Robert Englund. Sorry, he voices Jiminy Cricket. So I'm excited to see.
That is hilarious,
yeah, I'm excited.
actually. You want to be a real boy, Pinocchio?
All right. Well, that'll be it for tonight's episode of Camera Focus Weekly. Be sure to like and subscribe. Head over to wbienergy.com. Use the code FOCUS1. That's focus number 1 at checkout for 10% off your order. I'm getting my product tomorrow.
Scan this QR code right here.
I am getting my product tomorrow. So for the next stream, I will have something to advertise. And I can say, you know what? I tried this and it was absolute garbage.
I still want my
And
commission.
There goes the sponsorship.
I know. No, I haven't tried Dubby yet, but I'm going to. And so catch my full hour-long review of Dubby Energy next week on Cam and Focus Weekly.
That's what we're
That's
discussing.
next.
no
That's next
movie.
week's. That's next week's
Yeah,
topic.
I know, right? Exactly. But yes, Dubby Energy code Focus1 for 10% off your products. That's gonna be it for tonight. Everybody, like and subscribe. Have a good week. We'll see you next time. Bye.